Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new segment of the YouTube channel. It is still technically the VZ podcast, but we decided to label it the VZ community. This is episode one, where we'll be going over a lot of the builds that y'all have shared with us on the Discord. Which, by the way, if you're not part of the Discord server yet, click the link in the bio, join the server. You can interact with us as well as all the other people in the community. So we're gonna be going over all the bills that y'all have submitted, and we're gonna be kind of talking about what we think about it. Okay, why you're being so annoying. But
I was visual.
before we get into that, we're actually gonna kind of talk about what we've been up to. Just a quick catch up segment. If you don't care about this, just fast forward a little bit. But anyways, we have Jay the poser and Ryan the photographer here.
Yeah, well, I like to add that we just fired a member today, so we lost a member. So now we are looking for a new one. This member does not have the schedule that we wanted, and so
Oh,
stuff just didn't correlate. So we are looking for a new member, preferably a girl, because we want diversity. So yeah. Anyways, that's what it
stop.
First time hearing this, but okay.
is.
This is just
It's just
decisions throwing
yeah,
on the board. Yeah.
yeah, a J decision. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, Eunha. Anyways, I guess I'll go first then. My I don't know, how have I been? Pretty good, I guess. Pretty
Okay.
rusty as well in terms of content or whatever. I did pick up a lot of stuff though. I didn't buy a lot of stuff, but there was a lot of stuff picked up. Anyways, let's go through my haul since we want to just focus on the community here. So this is the one thing that I bought from my whole haul, and it is a Gundam artifact, and I want to like try to paint one of these.
Alright. Ooh.
I actually picked this up today. It's
Bro,
it's a
this dude
solid
is
B.
not gonna have fun painting this, bro.
Bro, just watch me. Just watch. Have some faith.
Hand
Have some
paint.
faith.
Hand paint.
Hand paint, probably. Yeah.
Have fun with
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay. It's a Sosby,
He's
and I really wanted it for my collection, so it's cool. It's cool.
he's gonna get into Warhammer.
And the next couple pieces is from my sponsor Yijin. Um, he he sent me a lot of stuff, but this is just the outliers. This right here, he been he been teasing this for like a year now. Like the last time we spoke about something, this thing that he was gonna give me, it was like July of 2025. So that is the cross contrast freedom. Really want this kit. It has been my grail for a while, so I'm really happy that Homeboy decided to plug me up with that. Pause. Oh my god. He also gave me the
Nice.
he also gave me the Robot Spirit Strike Noir, which is
Oh, dude, that is sick.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
really excited to
fire.
open this up. I don't know about the articulations because it is from 2016, but I have like very high hopes.
I feel like that's 2.0 era,
Mhm.
in my opinion.
Another pickup that I got is from I made this apparel. It's what I'm wearing right now. Homeboy Ike hooked it up for me.
It's a
It's very
horse.
good quality. It is a horse. It's Shara
Such a dope
Aznable.
tee. It's so
Such
good.
it's so comfortable. Like I've been like living in this for like the past day. I don't yeah,
It's
yeah,
such a
anyways.
good design.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, love you, Ike. I made this apparel. If you guys want to copy yourself one, check them out. And now the big purchase right here. We have the automatic transforming Optimus Prime. Um this was sent to me as a sponsored gift. And
So crazy.
it is so crazy because this is like
So crazy.
basically it's like two bands.
Is it
They
like
entrusted
the
It's
like is that
ridiculous,
the thing that
bro.
I see on YouTube where it's like Autobots roll out and it
yeah, and it like
Yes.
okay.
self-transform and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Which is crazy how a brand
So
just
sick.
entrusted me with so much money and so much just so
Hey,
much.
good job though, Jay.
Yo,
Good
yeah,
job. That's
W.
that's that's mad W.
I love you, Roboson. Okay, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna be opening it up soon and making a review for them. But yeah, that's all that I got.
I would
I
say,
would
would that
okay.
be a milestone?
Yeah, definitely one of it. For future sponsors, please don't send me anything over two bands because I could not be trusted. But with that money, and I guess for my work in progress, I think the only thing I've built this week was this Ghost Jagan. It's the green version.
Sick.
Booger
Yeah,
Jagan.
Booger Jagan.
Burger Jagan.
It's basically a Jagan with a
Spinach.
Zaku color scheme. Yeah, spinach,
That's cool.
super greens, super greens. Yeah,
I like
and
it.
that is me,
Okay.
Ryan.
Um, yeah, let's see. What have I been up to? Pretty boring. Just been working a lot. The World Cup is in my city, so it has been very busy. A lot of fun seeing, you know, travelers from everywhere, just like experiencing America. It's been pretty hilarious. I went out last night to go to an art walk downtown, and dude, it was super active. That's like probably the first time I've been out in a while touching grass. You know what I mean? Oh, went to a show, went to a concert too recently. Sekou, he's super dope, really fun, funk music ish, I guess, but very soulful, very gospel, very good. Let's see. Yeah, other than that, been working. Went to Portland and
Again,
came back. Yeah, again,
just move
always.
there, dude. Just move there.
No. But my pickups has been pretty pretty chill, I guess I want to say. Nothing out of the ordinary. So the first two I found this on Facebook. Well, I
Yo,
guess eBay, but
love
he's
Power
local, so
Rangers.
like I was able to pick it up. I'm writer Kenzon and then
What is that from?
Saber.
But how many
Oh shit,
bugs are there, bro? It just does not stop.
it
Dude,
doesn't
this one
stop.
is a ninja, bro.
Ninja,
It's a
ninja
ninja bug
bug,
guy. So
ninja bug
ninja
guy.
bug Power Ranger. Anyway, I got
I forgot he's was
another
from Saber. Holy shit, I'm a larper. Sorry. What is that?
Jack Revice
Ah, dude,
from
sick.
yep. Super sick. I want to build out my like noir, my black common writer.
You haven't even watched Revice yet. What are you
No, I
doing,
need to watch it. I'm LARPing right now, but
larper?
that's okay. But what I have watched is O's, and this
Oh,
is very special. It's from D Amazing, one of
happy
my
birthday.
one of my yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah,
One of my inspiration in toy photography and how I got into the hobby.
bro.
So
D amazing. No pun intended. Low key amazing.
low,
Low key.
low key
High key.
amazing.
High key.
High key. Yeah, shout out to D Amazing for
That
that
dude does
one.
not miss. Oh my god.
Dude, he's so sick.
Yeah.
Um, other than that, that's hanging out with you guys right now. So yeah,
Horrible take. Horrible take. But yeah.
but I am.
Yeah. Dude, low key, right? I miss you so much, bro. I feel like I haven't seen you in like weeks, but it's been like a
Oh,
week.
Yeah, it's been a
miss you guys
while
too.
since we've like all sat down in a call. We've all been busy, but we have a lot of stuff coming out soon because some big events happening. But
We just
Dude,
been
to be
setting like
fair, we were busy because of VZ Studio for a
yeah.
yeah,
while.
yeah,
True.
we also
True.
have a very big video coming out soon. That's why it feels like we haven't posted in a while, but we have been
Dude,
working
yeah.
behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
We're busy, but we're productive. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes. Very much so. Very much so.
I guess me personally, I was busy taking my for all the flight people, aviation people here. I was busy doing my CFI check ride. Past that, 6 months of studying, the most stressful exam of my life. Started. I got to the airport at 5 a.m. and I left at 3 p.m. So that was a rough day. So,
Long
but
day.
I haven't been building because I've been locked in. But now that it's done, I'm kind of getting back to it. Pickups. I also got the cross contrast freedom. So a shout out to
Ooh.
Eugene.
Mhm.
Don't really know what I'm gonna do with it yet. And then I got the third party Death Side L MG.
What if you just like paint the cross
Oh,
contract like normal colors?
Dude,
yo,
that's
Danny,
gonna
pull that
piss
up,
off.
bro. Pull that Dead Scythe up. I want to see
Yeah.
that.
It's from a third party company called Dragon Momoko.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know
Apparently,
exactly what it is.
the owner is in jail, so it's very hard to
Dude,
find.
Danny, I'm gonna tell you this now. It's not a fun build.
Yeah, so I heard a lot of bad things about
Oh,
it, but
Yeah.
it is a very beautiful kind of redesign. So
It'll fit into your collection for sure.
yeah, so I do have a Death Side collection kind of growing, so this would be perfect for that. So yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm not excited about the build, but I'll figure it out. And I got a couple of other things, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's just now I'm finally getting back to building. It is summer, so it's fucking hot. I'm gonna be honest, but at the same time, you know.
You finished a kit recently, right? You want to show that off?
Oh yeah, I did finish the MG I don't want to show it off because it's in the other side of the
Oh,
room. But
No. Shit.
I finished the GNX, which is a collab build where shout out to Reaver Builds. It's a very beautiful black and white monochrome aesthetic. Now it's
Dude,
like,
love that guy too. Oh my god. Yeah.
I was like, I would love to see, also as like a painter, for me it's always like I want to see what other people would do with the kits I paint. For example, him would be like how it would look in a setup. For Ryan or Jay
Bro,
is like how y'all,
beautiful setup.
yeah. So
Beautiful setup.
I was like, I'm gonna
yeah,
do
I
a
need to check
full
out this guy.
monochrome build to fit his
Actually, a
style.
hidden gem. Reaver builds.
Damn.
Hidden
A
gem,
hidden gem.
hidden
Yeah.
gem. So shout out to him. So yeah,
Did you
it's
post something, Danny?
I posted it, yeah, this
Okay,
morning.
I need to catch up.
But
Fake
but
ass
I but
friend.
I mean also he will be getting the kit and I'm sure he'll do his own magic. So we're gonna be looking
Oh,
forward to that.
dope.
So yeah, that's it
Cool, cool.
for all the updates. We're gonna get really busy soon. A lot of content coming up, so just stay tuned for that. But now we're gonna get into what we have planned for this video, which is going over all the builds that y'all have submitted for us to review. A couple of things that we asked was, tell us, the build, the what you use, the techniques, or as well as the story. We asked to upload photos, which I did make a presentation to show you guys, as well
Mhm.
as if it's a casual build or a competitive build. If it's a casual build, I'm not gonna go here and criticize too much about your paint jobs and whatnot. But it's a competitive, I'm not holding back. So, and then
Oh
of
shit.
course we have
Oh
Jay.
fuck.
Jay here, who is known for his posing talents, so he's probably gonna give you some advice on that. And then Ryan can help you with the photography side. So y'all will get kind of three different opinions about your build. So let's get started.
I'll do my best.
Certified poser.
Okay, here we are with the presentation. Hope you like the new layout. So basically, before we start talking about it, I'll kind of give a description that you guys also submitted. So I'm going to kind of let you guys know. So we're gonna start off with a very strong submission. It's from HX Bart. The build name is Goof Mud Stomper. The
Yo.
kits he used is Master Grade Goof Custom. The story that he
Nuts.
said was started as a relatively simple MG Goof Custom kit bash, but essentially ended as a scratch build. So techniques are scratch build, kit bashing, putty, and sculpting. And also he didn't specify, but of course this is a competitive build, so we'll kind of take that into mind as well. So I have 2 slides for this, so here are the first few photos, and y'all can let me know what y'all think.
If you guys are wondering, I have it pulled up on my
Yeah.
phone so I can like look at it closer. I'm focused. Trust.
Same here. I'm looking at it
Yeah.
on my other monitor.
Ooh.
Um, dude, it is.
It's such a nice build. It's like
I don't even know
a
what to
really
say.
strong start, by the way. A really strong
Yeah,
start.
it's freaking. It speaks to me in a way that if it was a real kid, I would 100% get it because
Mhm.
the name Mud Stomper is also super sick and it fits what I would think that name would evoke. You know what I mean? It just, what do the kids say? Aura?
Oh boy.
Oh man. Oh man. You just lost aura by just asking
I
that.
I think one of the most impressive things about this build is even if it's an MG, it looks like a perfect grade. I don't know if y'all feel the
No,
same way.
the scaling for it is
Yeah,
insane. Yeah.
it definitely adds a lot more volume, and of course, a
Mhm.
lot of actually, there's a third photo. A lot
Ooh,
of, as you
so
can
much kit.
see, a good amount, a big
That
amount of
is
this kit has been scratch built, and just
Uh-huh.
very impressive. I would say very
yeah.
impressive.
Very impressive because it looks like a resin kit, but it's like
Yeah, it
since
looks
it's
like
made from scratch, it's a lot more impressive.
it reminds
It's
me of
so
like a
good,
garage kit. That's
Right,
why,
exactly,
dude.
um,
exactly. This is
Knowing what
basically
it
like
takes,
the definition of a garage kit. He bro just put like anything and
yeah.
everything together.
knowing
That's
what it
insane.
takes to build something, this is impressive, dude.
Yeah,
It's
dude, it's
so
already
cool.
hard enough to like straight build something. Imagine
Yeah.
doing this shit.
Yeah.
Insane. Mad props for Mr. Hobart over here. insane. I love it.
Yeah,
I
good
do,
job,
however,
Hobart.
have to comment on if I do have to nitpick something about how he decided to like present his kit here. As you can see on the right, the ankles, I feel like it should be a little bit pointed to the right a little bit, because like it's like, yeah, it's tilted, but like it doesn't match with the leg. I don't know if you guys know what I mean.
Yeah, like you want them more pointing outwards.
Yeah, and it
Mm,
should match the legs to where like you see how I have this gym right here, like it's like straight down. It's like you can see where it goes, not like just a like it just looks like
Gotcha.
it's, yeah. That,
right.
and like it could be my own taste. I don't like it whenever people post their gunpla and they rotate this thing inwards, like the hands.
Ah,
Like I feel like it looks, personally, I feel like it looks better whenever you see the like the bicep joint right here, because it's more mechanical that way.
right.
Because if
I
you notice on his
see.
shield hand, it rotates inward so that he can show off the
Hmm.
shield. And I get
Hmm.
that, but on the other hand, it's the same thing. I feel like you can, switch it to where one hand can like be a little bit straighter, and showing that like crunch would have like give it more detail in terms of like the mechanical aspect.
Right, right. I see what you're
Mm,
saying. I
yeah.
see what you're saying.
Yeah, like
Dude.
okay, go back to that slide where it's like the unpainted kit. Like you see how his hand is like straight out, like the bicep, like where
Mm,
the joint is like pointing forward. That looks a
Hmm.
lot more appealing than it is rotating, because you can't see that joint from the mechanism.
Mm, mhm, mhm,
That's just my 2 cents. That's just me
mhm,
nitpicking, but
mhm.
overall, amazing build.
So good.
Mhm.
Um,
Ryan, what about you?
yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I dude, I can't really say much about the build, of course, because like I'm not at this level whatsoever. But just like I'm just appreciating all the small details and even the finish. It just works so well with this kid. It's been through like the ringer, but it's not like too much. It's a really good realistic build. I want to say, as far as and all that goes, I mean, of course, the first picture is just, it's from his, I'm guessing like the competition table.
Right,
So,
right. So I
there's
guess
nothing to it.
the second slide is where you can
Yeah,
kind of
these guys, I think these guys are great. I do would like to see, if anything, just different angles and um
Close ups.
if yeah, exactly. If someone have the means for like macro shots, like that would be a great way to display your kit and let
Mhm.
the, online community just like bask in the details of the kit. I mean, you put so much work into it, you want people to see it, I feel. You
Wait,
know?
can I chime in real quick on the photography actually?
Sure.
The competition picture, Daniel says, and we both agree that there's a good sense of scale that looks like a perfect grid, right? But these picture, like the product picture, it gives off like mini. It gives
Yeah,
off
model.
Warhammer mini, yeah.
It
So
takes a little angle change, right?
I feel like there should be an angle change. If he does wants to like upload this on his like social media, I would say like take notes from what he did with this picture on in the competition area,
And
because like you kind
an
of lose the
easy
sense of
way
scale.
an easy way to do that, of course, I'm sure, for those that's getting into this that doesn't know, if you're just shooting with an iPhone, you just flip your camera upside down.
yeah.
Basically, you want your
I know y'all have taken
what is it?
selfies like those, mirror
I
selfies
do
Yeah.
like
that.
this.
I do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
Yep,
do
yeah.
that.
yep,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yep.
and I've done that too. The fit pics
Hmm.
back in the whatever few years ago. But
Yeah.
yeah, same principle, just like upside down. And I guess in a more technical level, it's just like your field, or I guess what is it? Your plane.
Hmm.
Like get it lower, maybe to where it's not above the head, but even just torso to like down to the feet, I guess, if you
I
really
feel
want
like
that
I have a
scale.
lot more comments in terms of the photography, because like it's such a big project. It's such a big kit. You want to like really emphasize that like huge tank like aesthetic on the kit. So
Mhm.
like these pictures that we're looking at right here doesn't really gravitate that feeling for me. So I feel like a slight angle change would probably like help it a lot, giving that
Yeah.
like aesthetic of like a bulky ass goof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other
For
than
sure.
that, I think it's good. I mean, lighting is good. The colors are good. It's white
I
balanced.
mean, it's a
Yeah.
great fucking custom, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's it for me. Nothing. Just experiment with the angles and close ups. Yeah,
Mhm.
just different range. It's always fun to experiment.
Yeah, for sure.
In terms of the technical aspect of the build, I like the custom itself is really good. I think it's painted really well. I like the theme. The weathering is solid. A couple of points maybe I would make. The base feels a little bit disconnected to the build because realistically, like the feet is muddy, but then you have a charcoal kind of like rocky base. You know what I mean? I wish there was kind of like a more of a connection. So whether it be like maybe a footprint of the kid
Mm.
behind it, or just a little bit of that mud or dirt kind of falling out for it. It feels a
So
little
you
bit.
want like a sense of like storytelling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing a competition, because this becomes part of the judging, right? That's the issue with bases is yes, it can help you, but it also could work against you if it doesn't really work together, right? I don't think particularly this is a bad base. I'm a big fan of natural looking bases, but I feel like you could have done a little bit more. Uh, Especially adding a little bit of mud or a little bit of that to make it feel like there's some weight to this design.
Bro, this
uh
shit better get first place, bro. Like it's
yeah,
so
it's
beautiful.
definitely a really it would definitely do well in a show. Everything that I said is also kind of nitpicking. Like the tubes, like I feel like you could have spent a little bit more time refining the like I guess the gaps in between it. I know
Mhm.
this whole build has that like kind of scratch built, you know what I mean? Using parts out of the junk kind of vibes with a lot of those like raw panels and stuff like that. So the tubes doesn't have to be perfect, but I wish there's just a little bit more refinement. And then the last thing, my main biggest issue, quote unquote, not really a big issue, is a sword. I feel like it is very under weathered and compared to the rest
Mm.
of the kit. Because also for judges, they usually look at the weapons and the hands first because it's where people get lazy quite
Mhm.
often. And
Weapon fatigue?
yeah, because it's like
Yeah.
usually a lot of times it's kind of the last thing you do, and you end up not like cleaning up seam lines on the hand or the
Mhm.
weapon. And so I feel like for this one, I feel the what I mean, it really depends on the story, and it's really up to personal taste. I personally would have maybe wanted to see a little bit more weathering on the sword because the shield has a lot, but then the sword
Mhm.
seems a little bare bone. And I don't know if y'all agree, but when you grab a sword, you usually grab it all the way up with the
Right.
guard on the hand.
Mhm.
So
Right.
when it's like kind
Right.
of half, like almost to like the middle, it's a little awkward for me. I don't know if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah, that was
Again,
a detail I
Yeah.
chose not to nitpick, but yeah, I guess you
yeah, it
pointed it
is.
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It did,
See what you're
that
saying.
that won't like affect you in a competition, right?
Mm.
That's just a personal taste.
Yeah,
The
that's my
other
personal
two
taste, I
things,
think.
if you get a really harsh judge, that could be a thing. Or if you happen
Hmm.
to go against someone who is also incorporating the base into the build, it could be something that maybe doesn't push you over the edge. You know what I mean? So that's really
Hmm.
about it. The rest of the design is really good. I love this uniqueness to it. How different it is. It's definitely an eye catching piece. And it makes you look at it and kind of think about it like, well, okay, why is only the bottom? You know what I mean? It's a very unique build. So
Yeah,
that's amazing work. I'm
it's
not
so
sure.
good.
I'm not sure what place the placement it got in the competition, but I hope you won something. You
Yeah,
should be
you
Yeah,
definitely
really
deserve it.
set.
I hope
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
high. I
Mhm.
hope it's placing. It's
Yeah,
it's really really good.
dude, what a
I'm a
strong first start
I
personally a
to the
know.
video
big
too.
fan of
I'm
this one.
I'm sorry, y'all,
Like,
but
dude, it just
God,
speaks to me so
Whoever is
much.
coming up next, bro, I'm sorry.
It's so good. It's so good.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm showing it as they have been posted, so no particular order, it's just whoever posted it. But anyway, so that was it
big
for
fan of
Hobart.
Goof.
Yeah.
Big fan of industrial type look.
Good
Big
job,
fan of
Hobart.
chunky boys. It's so good.
Put it in the VZ Studio Hall of Fame build. We'll put that in there. There
Yeah, yeah, for
we go.
sure, for sure.
All right.
He'll
So that
be
go ahead. Go ahead.
he'll be a nominee.
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 Mhm.
Yes. Mount Rushmore. All right. We'll go on to the next build, which is from Darva. Build name
Darva.
is
Shout out
RMS
Darva.
109B Marasai B GM head prototype using the high grade Universal Century Marasai. Given the amount of designs being thrown at the wall for designing next generation Titan's mobile suit, Anaheim Electronics have created an on paper design for the Marasai to look less Xeon-like, using the monovisor idea of the GM Qual. And drew upon motors from the Hazel units. This version was jokingly referred to as the GM head despite looking nothing like one. This design never came to fruition. AE decided to keep the mono-eye design for the AUG, and the alternate was rejected when the Titans eventually took over the Marasai. And the techniques he used was use miniature acrylic paints for this, nothing special outside of full repaint and Titans emblems.
Okay.
And this is a competitive build. Aha.
Oh my god, Darva, I'm so sorry you have to follow up what Hope Archers did.
I like the lore though.
Yeah.
That's some deep lore, bro. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Hmm. I feel like okay, let's talk about the posing, okay? I feel like the posing could do some work. I get it's a very old kit. It is a Murasai.
Sick
But
build though to me.
yeah, it is a sick build. I do want to give you props that it's a sick build. It's something that is it canon? Because
It seems like it from the story that he
bro, I
told.
was gonna say like if he came up with all that story, I feel like that's very impressive.
If he
You
I didn't
came
know?
know
up
that
with
was
that
canon.
story, you should stop building Gunpla and get to writing.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, like fucking like Sunrise, like you should hire him. But anyways, I
Yeah, the
think
build is sick.
the build is very sick. I think the posing could do some like work on some dynamicness. I do feel like, but then again, do want to give you some grace because the Murasai is a very fucking old kit. So you can't really do much with it. I feel like my biggest problem about the posing is the first picture. This one right, yeah, the one on the left. I feel like it's giving like Hobby Lobby, not Hobby Lobby, but like if you see like a display case at like a random hobby shop, the posing kind of looks like that. And I feel like if you can like, I don't know, say that same kit, I have a pretty old kit here too. You can like hold the gun up a bit or the blaster, and then like kind of close the legs a little bit, just because it's like you want it to look a little bit more menacing. And I think a lot of it does affect the camera angle that you chose for a lot of your pictures. I feel like if you can like, because that picture on the far right is like the perfect camera angle for a mecha photo shoot, and maybe your close up could be a little bit more closer. But yeah, I feel like your camera angle does go a far away, so I would rather focus on that more than the posing itself. But overall, I think you did a great job. Maybe I'm being too nice.
Oh, it's okay, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, my phone is low key broken. I need to get a new one. But anyway, I think, dude, the build, of course, is great. The colors look good, and I do like all the decals that are put on there. It's not too much, and it makes sense, which I really like. And as far as what I could say, I think I see what he's trying to go for with the photography. I do want to say that um, work on like deciding what you're cropping out and what you're leaving in the picture. Because let's say these two pictures, right? On the left one, I would love to see if you're going to take um, a wide picture like that and showing all of the gunpla or all of the gunpla. I would love to see actually all of the gunpla. So that's not cutting out the. Oh, can you go back real quick? Yeah, that's like not cutting out the antenna and then that little bit of the spike and then also the side fins and then the bottom as well, the foot. I would love to see all of that in the picture. like Jay said, experiment with the angles, just like the previous Hobart. Go try to go lower as far as mecha go to give a
Mhm.
sense of realism. And yeah, I think that's that's that. One other thing I want to say is just I would say tone down the exposure a little bit.
It's kind of
Because
too exposed, right?
yes, yes, because
Mhm,
you're losing some details that you
mhm,
put work into. Um, yeah, like the picture on the very right, I think that's a pretty good exposure.
mhm,
So don't overexpose your picture because it might go against you. Like this picture on the left, because of the exposure, you couldn't really see that decal on the
mhm.
bottom of the forearm.
Dude, not gonna lie,
Which is
that
something that you're displaying, so you wanna see that.
why does that picture in the on the right looks like he just saw God?
It's
I'm
it's a dope
I'm
that's a
sorry,
cool
Dharma.
picture.
It's a like if it's by
I
itself
like
out of
it, I like
context,
it.
it looked like he's like on heaven's door right now.
Yeah, I can see it, I see
He, yeah,
see what you're saying. I do like that picture though, just because,
it's
I
a
don't
good
know,
concept.
the
Yeah,
angle works for me, but yeah, just get all that gunpla in the
I think
frame.
I think my 2 cents is that like he has a lot of good ideas, but like they're not consistent with each other. The only thing that is bringing him forth is that his paint job is really really nice, and I think what should be of like a factor to focus on is his photography. I feel like it would go such a long way. Obviously, it's got competitive build, so it's like photography is not really a big issue here, but it
Mhm.
is something that he submitted. So I want to give critiques to that. Is like you want to be consistent with all of the pictures you send in,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I think that's what he should focus on personally.
yeah, yeah. But other than
So
that, man, good job for me. Honestly,
Mhm,
I definitely can't paint like that. I can't build like that. So,
mhm.
like, props to you for even competing. That takes a lot of courage to compete and like just show your work out there. Like, that's
Dude, I
dope.
mean, it looks great. Like even down to like the fingertips, like
Yeah,
it's
it looks
very
amazing.
detailed. Yeah,
It
it
looks
looks
great
great.
to me. I would
Yeah.
just want to um make sure that the photos that you're showcasing your build, is just up to par as your build is because you could do a lot
Mhm,
for just like the aesthetic and then just how you present your build. So tone down the exposure. I think honestly, as far as angles, cropping, I feel like you could just figure that out as you go through your photography journey, just based on what you like. But exposure and white balancing, that's for me, that's like a big thing.
mhm.
So yeah, I just like my picture just to be mm, you know equally, no, what is it, exposed just right, not too overexposed, I guess.
Fair, fair point.
Yeah, that's all I gotta
Danny,
say. That's all I gotta say.
I really want
so
to hear your opinion.
so for competitive builds, so I would say the paint job itself is smooth and it's pretty good. I would say my I guess for a competitive standpoint, the biggest factor is the lack of, meaning I feel like you could have gone a little bit more with whether it be armor separation or variation, just because it's a little confusing when I look at it, where it's like there are parts where you panel lined, like the orange parts. I know you
Mhm,
panel lined the shoulders, but then I don't really see any panel lines on the legs. I know you kind of missed the panel line. It seems like you didn't panel line the one in the middle of the waist. So it's like a little bit of selective. Also, you could have panel lined the joints in between the fingers, realistically. But again, this is a personal taste, and like you want to keep it simple, and you can keep it simple. I'm just giving you advice on if you want to place higher in a competitive standpoint, because you will be going against people who is going to mask and armor separate and do two different shades of blue, etc., etc. I like what you did with the gun. You did the correct like color orientation. If you guys don't know, it goes from yellow, orange to blue. I'm pretty sure. So I like you that you did
What?
that. It,
Wait, what?
there's levels to this
Yo,
shit.
wait,
yeah,
what?
when
I'm just
metal
like
gets heated, when metal gets heated, depending on the temperature, it gets a different color. So
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and
No, that part is so sick.
so yeah, so you did a good job on that. Um,
When Jacob gets heated, he just turns red.
Yeah, just one shade.
oh my god.
Just one
Tomato.
shade. Yeah, no gradients.
So yeah, I think you have a very solid foundation for when it comes to painting. I think you can now apply the basics and do a little more. So like, what are the if I were to do a little more, it's like okay, the little piece that's like the blue part above the hand. You know, there's a smaller blue part. You can mask that and paint that in a different color. Fill in the gaps like in between the leg, in the middle of the legs, in the right shoulder as well. You can kind of fill in those little three vents in the chest. Like
Mm.
when people look at like a build, like a gunpla build, especially when they're judging it, you're gonna like you're trying to make it look like a big robot. So what does that mean? They're separate panels that have been kind of attached on each other. So that's why we panel line, right? Is to kind of
Mhm.
separate it. But
Right.
another way is, if you don't want to get to scribing as much and you don't want to like over panel line, because if you over panel line, it kind of makes it look a lot more busier. And so then you can do a little bit of a different shade, right? So you do maybe a little bit of a darker blue or a lighter blue to kind of separate that. So it looks like um a bunch of metal pieces that have been attached together.
Wait, I don't want to disrespect Darva's build, great build, but I don't know if you guys seen the hands. Like I know that the hands are very separated. They kind of like it reminds me of like the Korean cut resistant gloves.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
guys know what? like these ones?
that was funny.
I I could not stop thinking about it, but yeah, no,
I would
overall great.
I would say you have a solid foundation
Yeah,
overall,
yeah.
and then also another advice is maybe top coat it one more time. It will help with the edges of these water slides a little bit more. So
Mhm.
like I've had builds that I've taken into competitions that I've top coated 3 times just because it helps with these edges. It's expensive, it's annoying, but it helps. But yeah,
True.
that's it for everything I have to say.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I'm actually learning so much, like right now, as we're doing this from you guys, just as much as like I don't know. I'm learning so much.
Well, I mean, I'm learning, as well about other things, and
That's crazy.
I do. It's hard. I know this because I also struggle with this, but like exposure. It's also uh try sometimes like put two of your photos next to each other because you really tell the difference between the exposures, and I sometimes have to do this.
Oh
It's
yeah, yeah.
like
That's
let's
a
say
There's a
good
you
idea.
gradient
Yeah,
right
I
now. There's
always
yeah,
do
literally a
that
yeah.
too.
gradient.
As you can see, there's
Yep.
a lot of differences within this.
Hmm.
So yeah, when you're
Yeah,
looking at it one by one, maybe not, but
yeah.
if you put it like this, it kind of becomes very visible.
I have to say though that that thing it's not easy. I'm
It's not
just letting you guys know. I've done this for so long, and it takes time for your eyes to actually like
adjust to
adjust
the
and
lighting. Yeah.
get to know what you're looking at, dude. It's
Guys,
so
I'm not gonna
wild.
lie.
It's so
This is
wild.
literally my fucking Lightroom. Like it's like I have to look at it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
tab
Yeah,
Just like
out
next to each
and like
other.
look
Yeah,
at
it has to be
everything.
consistent. Yeah, it has to be consistent.
All right, that's it.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Good
So
job, Darva. Good job. Good
Good
job.
good
job.
job,
That was
Good
good.
job.
Darva.
You have
Mhm,
a solid foundation.
mhm.
You
I'm
Small
can
excited.
build
tweaks.
better than I
Small
can.
tweaks.
So nice
Yeah.
job.
Next
It's
up,
awesome.
we have Tech Guy Studio,
Oh,
aka Wesley Deloro. Uh,
whoa. That's
Bro,
a
both
nice
what?
are
one.
competitive, but was built only in a short amount of time. The first one is Zagan Operation Recovery and Lightning Z Gundam
Oh
Miku.
my god.
Uh, or Zagan, my bad. So first of all, thank you to VZ Studios for giving us the opportunity to showcase that work. Don't make me cry. Recently, our local hobby shop here in the Philippines held an out of the box painted build off, and these are my 2 entries. The first is the IBL Zagan, which I imagine a space recovery unit navigating through debris fields to rescue recovered damaged allied mobile suits. Its unique arms
Okay.
inspired the concept, serving both combat and recovery purposes. The second entry was the Lightning Z Gundam. With only 4 days to build and paint it, I kept the idea simple and went with a Hatsune Miku inspired theme. A genuinely surprising honor to come away with both champion and first runner up. Your podcast has also been a
Wow.
huge source of motivation throughout my hobby journey, helping me stay focused, keep improving, and maintaining the right mindset. Thank you for inspiring builders like me to keep pushing forward. Techniques used.
Stop.
Yo, actually goaded.
I applied weathering techniques, including multi-layer chipping and streaking, to achieve the realistic sense of wear and tear. Fitting, it's more battle-worn functional theme. And then the second one was focusing on a clean finish, emphasize detailed paintwork and precise masking to achieve sharp color separation and polished overall look, with minimal weathering to maintain a pristine appearance. We're going to start off with the Zagan, which you can see.
First of all, Wesley, Wesley.
Oh
You're
my goodness, man.
yeah,
Gonna make us
dude.
cry.
So sick.
Yeah. Okay. I think it looks like it's rescuing somebody for sure. I'm not even saying that like sarcastically. It is really nice. I feel like for me though, in terms of like the diorama, I think it's a great diorama. Like that plaque is insane. Like the detail on that. But
I need to learn how to do that.
yeah. I feel like there should be a way where you
Wow.
can hide the broad. I feel like that's kind of uncanny a little bit.
You usually can't. You usually
Yeah.
can't. You have to use a clear one, but
Yeah.
I would
I feel
say,
like
sorry to cut you up, but it's like a generally accepted thing within the
yeah,
competitive
yeah.
scene. Yeah.
I'll overlook it because like it's kind of necessary. It just kind of looks like it has a stick up its ass, but that's I mean that like very respectfully. It is a very beautiful custom though. I like it. I don't know like what it's doing though in terms of like a flight pose per se because it looks kind of like blocky because one arm is like rotated to the back and the other one is in the front trying to grab something. I feel like it makes sense, but at the same time, I don't know why it makes sense, which is why it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, whatever I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying, but like, I feel like one of the leg opposite to the orange arm should be lifted a little bit higher, so it has that sense of like, oh, it's flying or it's like trying to grab something, so it has more motion into it. And like I said, that arm, the non-orange arm should be kind of rotated out because it's like it's reaching with the orange arm, which means it should have like a little bit of momentum in the back in the other arm as well, just to make it more cohesive and more fluid. And the head, I feel like there should be a little bit more tilt. The head and the waist. But yeah, that's all my critique, bro. Like fucking, I'm so impressed.
Also,
And go,
here is the other one.
yeah, okay, let's go to the Zeta one. I feel like in terms of like photography, I feel like this Zeta photography is more of like a work in progress photography, so I'm not really gonna like say too much about it. But it's a very beautiful build as well. I don't know, like okay, the pose could use some work. It feels very static. It looks like you would use this pose in like I don't know, like a hangar base, like a launching sequence. But at the same time, I feel like having one arm kind of lifted up is kind of weird, and also the one leg that is also perpendicular to that one lifted arm just looks kind of wrong at the same time with the opposite leg rotating to the I feel like you should just go back to the basics and try to like have a standard I would have this thing as a standing pose more than a flying floating pose as well. But yeah, that's all my nitpick though. I feel like it's just for this one since it's like a static pose, I feel like you could do a little bit better in terms of like not moving some joints a certain way per se. But overall, like almost like pretty much like perfect paint job though. Not gonna lie.
All right, if I'm really quiet, I'm like looking, just really like soaking in the detail of this of Wesley's build. But I gotta say, guys, it's orange, and I freaking love orange. I love it so much, and it's the Zagan, which is like one of my most, I think, one of my favorite recent high grade that has been released. The aesthetic, the style, just the way the Zagan looks, how unique it is just it speaks so much to me. And I got a black TriStars version. Just shout out whoever
Shameless
this
plug.
guy
Shameless
this
plug,
guy
by the
named
way.
Akro Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to that guy. But anyway, back to Wesley. Dude, if you're listening, can I can I have it? It's so
That's
good.
crazy. That's crazy, dude.
I want it
Oh,
so bad.
bro's begging on stream is crazy. Oh my god.
Anyway, back to this. Yeah, the build is amazing, of course. Like that orange is perfect, and then the way that it's asymmetrical, that's like one of my like just favorite design aesthetic too. I could tell that if this is like from a phone, I don't know what phone you're using because it, it's really nice. It's really nice.
Chat, I don't think it's from a phone. Do you see that
I
bokeh effect?
don't.
It's really
I
nice.
want that phone.
With that though, I think if I were to critique something, I think the lighting is fine. If I were to critique something, would be I would say the focus, and then some of the cropping. What I'm looking at right here on my phone, or sorry, on my other monitor. Wait, let's start with the middle photo that we're looking at right now. That has like really good focus because I'm looking at it through my computer and I'm like zooming in and I could see basically all of the detail clearly of the back booty armor, and then the and then the back armor as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, dude, that bouquet is insane. It's so good.
That's definitely
And
not a phone.
and then when you go, yeah, to this picture right here, the one on the right is what I want to talk about.
Mm.
I wish that I could see the whole arm, just like a few builds ago. I wish I could see the whole, all like Darva's, the whole arm of the orange. There's some on the right that's cropped out. I would say zoom out just a little bit so we could see that whole thing and that whole thing is in focus. Other than that, though, honestly, amazing job. No comment
Mhm.
on this one because, like Jay said, I think it's just like a like work in progress shot. So
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
it is what you take. Maybe just like boom.
I feel like
Um,
I feel like for the Lightning Zeta is more or less they want Danny's critique on the custom instead of like the
yeah,
photography and the
I
posing.
have no critique on the custom. Obviously, it's freaking fantastic. Like it looks great. Uh, I just really want this one.
What is wrong with Ryan, bro?
Man came here to shop, bro.
Yeah, Ryan, you can't do this. This is one of our beloved viewers, bro. Please. Sorry, Wesley. Don't mind him. Don't mind him. Just tune him out.
Honestly,
Hey, hear me
yeah.
out.
Um,
It's so good.
in terms of
So good.
like building and painting, I generally have no critiques with the Zagan. Like,
That's a lot coming from Danny, the Acro Studios, by the way.
shut up,
Yeah,
shut up. But
grandpa.
yeah, the shading is, the pre shading and post shading is done really well. The weathering is done tastefully, so it's not over weathered, it's not under weathered. It's weathered on the right spots. I particularly like the base a lot.
Oh, so good.
It adds a lot to it. I need to learn where you get
It's
that
amazing.
plaque made because I need to get me some. But
We need to do that for like our end of the year like
oh yeah,
competition thing.
but
Yeah, we need to learn.
making like a base for a base very tasteful. I really like that. It adds a level of professionalism. So
Mhm.
for this one, yeah, the only comment I would have maybe add some decals to it. That's
Mm.
the one thing. But again, this is a taste thing. But it could add another layer of just depth to the design. And then you can also always add decals to the space like debris part in the bottom too as well. Just to kind of, because if you really think about it, it's probably like the side of a ship, or I don't know what it is. Like there's a lot of labels, like um
Mm.
and then you can just search up like general aviation aircraft and just see how many labels they have on the outside of an aircraft. There's plenty. There's thousands. So yeah, you could do that. But again, this is a taste thing. I don't think you need to. You won, so yeah. I mean, how can you critique something that won? Right? You won gold. I don't know, but
It's so
for
nice.
the
Love it.
Zeta, I really like the color scheme. It's very different. It's very eye catching. I wish you saw a little bit more of the base. I love, but I can see that, yeah, you did the color transition and the metal parts as well. That was really cool. Yeah. Again, the pose looks a little bit off, I would say, and I'm only saying this because I just saw your Zagan, which has, I can't critique much. The panel line cleanup on the Zeta is a little bit messy, and it's a little bit easier to see. You can see it especially in the chest areas and like the forearms, for example. It's a white base. It sucks. Trust me, I know. But just add in, I know you said you only had a few days to finish it, but uh, whenever you have the time, go clean that up, and I think that would be it. But
Dude,
besides
I want
that,
that kit.
yeah, this is a very interesting design. It's a lot, but it's not too much, which I like. Um,
Hmm.
So yeah, I think you nailed it. So yeah, and then yeah, and again with the decals thing, I think you could do a little bit of decals on the base, especially to add a little bit more to it, just to
Hmm.
match
Right.
the level. But one thing you do want to consider, I can't really tell from this photo. I know some judges have mentioned if your base is shaded but your kit is flat, it looks a little weird. That's another
It's
thing to
too
think
pop.
about.
It pops too much, right?
It pops too much, but it's also like it doesn't match. You know what I mean? You have a kit with shading, right? So it looks realistic with all the shading and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And then you have a flat base. It kind of doesn't match. You want to kind of match it,
Mm.
right? If you're gonna do flat colors and no shading, then you kind of want a flat base, if that makes sense. So,
Gotcha.
Mhm.
but yeah, so that's it for Tekai Studio. Amazing work, and also thank you for the kind words. So we really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
W Wesley.
Dude, Tekai Studio, shout out to you, man. You should be proud.
You're
It's
not getting
so
the Zagan,
good.
bro. Stop
It's so
glazing.
good.
You're not getting the Zagan, bro.
It's worth the glaze, all right? It's worth the
Okay.
glaze. It's so
Okay.
good.
Hmm.
I want it.
All right, next up we have another what's it called? Like, is it
Right.
lightning
Lightning
game?
Zeta.
Lightning, yeah, lightning Zeta. It's from Solid Stuff AZ. Lightning Advanced Zeta Gundam. It's the high grade. Yep. Got inspired after looking at N Maker's MG Zeta Custom. It's simple partial paint job using acrylic markers, a few small detail upgrades, some joint strengthening, and finalized with matte top coat. And the style is casual,
Okay.
but not a
Nice.
competitive build.
Okay.
It's nice.
Um. Let's start off with the posing. I think for a static posing, I think he did a great job. I'm gonna go focus on that one on the left right there, the more dynamic one. I think it's really nice. I like it whenever a lot of posers like highlight how long the rifle is. Pause. It just give a sense of like depth, and it's very anime like, and picture wise, I feel like the picture, I it's not really my cup of tea because you can see so much of the background. I feel like if you set your lighting a little bit further from the background and your subject a little bit from the background, it'll give it more dynamic lighting because you can't see the creases in your backdrop
Mhm.
and you can't see that yellow hue either. And I probably would say invest into a filler light as well and lowering your exposure because then you would like actually get away with some of like the scuff marks you see since you are painting with markers. There's a lot of inconsistency, so I feel like in terms of like photography, there could be some lighting work. But overall, like for a standard pose is very nice. The dynamic pose is very good as well. If I okay, coming back to that one pose on the left right there, I feel like it would probably do you much better if you're using like a wider angle so we can accentuate that rifle. That way it'll look more, I guess, anime related, anime style, but like it also look more dynamic in my opinion. But that's just my taste. I feel like I would try to like make that barrel a little bit longer. But yeah. Oh, also that one picture with the base. Can we go back to that? I see some like some like dust bunnies or something like that underneath. I don't know what that is, but it's like really
Yeah,
distracting me.
I was a little confused because I think you used it for smoke effects on the
Yeah, I thought it
left
was
photo,
smoke.
but then
But it's
on
like
Yeah.
the right one is like it just I'm a little confused by that. It
yeah,
doesn't really
the cotton balls really
yeah,
like throws me off there.
it's not
Hmm. Yeah, but it is a casual build. So I feel like this is just like more of like a laid back type
mhm.
of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
Ryan.
yeah, yeah. I think the build is cool. I like the two tone of, is that like blue and purple?
It's like
Yeah.
purple and darker
Right?
It's like
purple.
Or is
Lakers
it purple?
purple and then like a fuchsia.
Yeah, yeah. I really
Yeah.
like it, honestly. And then he used, or they used marker or
Yes.
acrylic marker. I'm always so curious how to like use that. And I think it looks good, just like looking at, kind of the finish of it. And I'm like super interested to try it out.
Mhm.
Um, my notes, honestly, Jay said a lot of good stuff regarding the photography. I don't really have much to say. I think maybe just reiterating some stuff. The lighting, yeah, I would say get if you could a back, a fill light in the back that would help it maybe. Also, if you're taking this on your phone, like Jay said, yeah, put your subject a bit further away from the background. That way, it allows room for the bokeh and then the field of depth that your photo can do. And then also on your phone app, if you just edit, there are some tools there that would really help a lot in editing. One is, of course, the exposure slider, super easy. You just figure that out. Slide left, right, brightens it, darkens it. And then one thing I want to say would be the white balance. When I was first starting out, I always get bugged out about white balance. Why is my photo too blue, too green, too pink? I would say just mess around with the white balance. It'll tell you which one it is on your phone, and then yeah, just make sure all the colors are good in your eyes. I guess because photo is kind of subjective. But other than that, good job. Looks sick.
Mhm. Yeah.
Since it's a casual build, I'm not gonna sit here and be like,
Chill
oh
the fuck out. Yeah,
yeah.
chill the fuck
Just
out.
a couple of advice. Sometimes you have to pen align twice. Like if you see the left waist piece and then the right one, like one is filled, one is not. So just those little details, you know what I mean? You can always kind of go back and redo those. My main thing that I would give advice on is it looks like you freehanded I would say the V or that line on the shield. I think that's when masking would have helped a lot more. Just to have a little bit more of consistent lines, you can just kind of make a stencil using masking tape to kind of help you guide paint, even if you're using a marker. It would help you just kind of have a consistent thickness with those lines because the shield is such kind of like an important piece to this build, and so like especially in that photo on the left, that's the first thing I look at. So just seeing a little bit more consistency with those lines would have helped on the build. But besides that, yeah, just the basics. And I I I always find it impressive when people paint with acrylic markers. You find your own way to customize it. And I think this is a good thing where yeah, you can get it done. So
Acrylic,
Yeah,
acrylic
acrylic.
marker.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need some recommendations on good stuff to use
I
for
started to
acrylic
use
marker.
acrylic markers to paint in the color separation detail. Like not big, not like bigger color separated areas, but like the smaller one. Acrylic
Yeah,
markers is very useful for that.
Yep.
the circles and the ovals.
Yeah, 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 for
Yeah,
sure. All
All
right.
right. So yeah,
cool.
good work. Next up,
Good job, solid
Good
stuff.
job. Solid
we
stuff.
Whoa,
have
my god. Oh my god.
we have
Now we're
Filier.
Whoa,
Build name is 00Q Quanta.
that's cool.
Final battle ver. Kit uses the Master Grade 00 the third party Full Saber add on. I wanted to capture the scene in the Gundam 00 Awakening of Trailblazer movie where 00Q is deployed in the middle of the
That's cool.
battle. Does the mix of purple, which is ELS, green is GN drive, and pale blue is the stars effect. Custom scribe, panel lines, and details, armor separation, scratch builders and parts, 100% hand brush acrylic paint for both kit and diorama, LED on kits and diorama parts, UV reactive decals and panel line, wall mounted on the 3D frame. Diorama has asteroids, debris, and stereo effect, fully detachable diorama parts that can be stored on the inside of 3D frame. They did not justify if this is the competition, so I guess you can kind of do both casual and competition.
I have a lot of comments. Okay, my boy, it looks very interesting. First of all, I do have to give you props for the lighting. It's very nice, but I feel like since the lighting is so dim, it takes away from the kit itself. Like on that first picture, like I can barely see the kit. I can only see the lights that you used for the kits. Again, impressive, but at the same time, if you look really fast, it kind of just looks like a glob. So I wish there's like a certain light that you can shine top bottom so that you can get like an outline of the kit itself so that it can like actually shows up as a model.
Mhm.
And but that's my 2 cents for the photography. Not really well known for like a lot of like colors, I guess, since I kind of like it more plain. But can you go back to that first picture of the pose? I think that's like the most pose heavy thing that I would comment on. I feel like the pose itself is kind of it's very stiff like the legs, the right legs that I'm looking at right now. Yes, it's curved up, but at the same time the other leg is way too far from it. Let's go up to the arms. One arm is lift up, the other one is like right next to its waist, which is like it's off balance. You would want to like separate that arm a little bit too. So whenever Daniel was like explaining it, I kind of played around with my jigging and recreate something that could be could be used. Like you could honestly have it like that, but like this arm has to be balanced with this as well. It can't just be in here, so it looks kind of weird. It doesn't look balanced. And at the same
Mhm.
time, with the same thing with the legs, it has to be either close together or further apart for it to look kind of, balanced.
Mhm.
And I feel like just have that sense of balance would be nice. I would like to have some tilt in the torso as well. And like the Quanta is a very slender mobile suit, so I feel like this pose that you did right here is very bulky in nature. So I feel like closing those legs would give it more of like a slender physique.
I also think with like double O designs, I would say and seed designs, it's you can get away with non-mech, more like anime, like like
Mhm,
posing, especially with
mhm,
this space like fight scene, quote unquote, or
mhm.
like flying.
Yeah.
You can really take advantage of your dynamic poses, and like it actually works.
I also feel like the angle is straightforward. Yeah, it's nice, but I feel like if you could take another shot from like say this is the same pose, right? Let's say this is the same pose, but if you can take a shot from like this angle, it will look more like with all the effect, it would look more menacing and it looks more
Mhm.
attractive in terms of like all of your effects and stuff like that too. That
Mm.
picture on the right, I have no idea what's going on. It looks like a
On the
glow in the
left,
dark
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I this was these are the only four photos that were submitted. I'm a little confused about the photo on the left. I think it was to show off the back, but it's
Mhm.
also
I think it
kind
showed off
of
the GN drive like bursting out. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
the particle, the GN particle.
Yeah.
maybe.
That's what I got from it. Uh, I feel like this is a very like artistic take on as far as like the
Definitely.
world of photography. It's a very um yeah. I mean, it's weird to say a very artistic take, even though photography is art as well. Uh, I think just as a what category is this, by the way?
It's they had
No,
did
no
not
category.
mention, so I would
No
but I'm gonna
category. Okay, that's fine.
assume casual
Casual.
or
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's like really cool to me too, because I'm not typically this type of photographer with all like the effects and the colors. I do agree with what Jay is saying. It does with how much like purples and blues there are, it's hard to separate the background and the subject itself.
Mm.
So I think, yeah, just a way to do that is just a backlit or another source of light that's not, I guess, blue, but it takes some time to experiment. But I guess if it's, this is like, it's all like subjective, honestly. But
Mm.
I think it looks cool to me because I'm not like used to this. So this is like something new for me. Um, yeah, I think this is really dope. It's a dope exploration of like graphics and then also model making. What I would suggest that in the your first shot, yes, that one on the left, I would have personally I would have used a landscape versus
Mm.
portrait. Just because this model kit, is it the Quanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Quanta has such like presence and it also covers a lot of ground for a shot that's already showing a lot of the Gundam. I would love to see all of it, including the weapon. So it shows like how big the weapon is and how big like his
Mm.
shield armors are and stuff like that. So I would have
Okay.
gotten landscape versus portrait on this one. Other than
Wait,
that, yeah,
Ryan might be cooking because you want to give that effect that the Quanta's in space. So I feel like putting it in landscape, you would actually give that scale that he's like,
presence. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
that presence that he's like
Yep,
in space. And
yep.
besides, the Quanta Full Saber has so much accessories that you might want to just like cover the whole thing instead of
Yeah,
cropping it out.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, definitely. As far as these photos on the left,
Just
what's up?
It's like a
nothing.
mystery photo.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like when you like
I
go on.
honestly,
Can you
I think it's
identify
a
this
cool photo.
person?
I low key
It's like
think it's a cool
when I
photo.
fart in my room and start like blacklighting my room.
Just with
Respectfully,
like a thermal
respectfully.
goggle, you could see the smoke.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's a dope photo. I see what he's going for, and I do like it. I wish that the focus would be on the top of the head itself versus just the back because I think that's where it gets confusing.
Mm.
If you focus it on the bottom right corner, you could still probably get the GN drive in focus, and then the particle could be a little bit blurred because it's a particle, and I think that would have a bit more of an impact with that photo. And then the one on the right, I just wanted to see the full sword. I think that would give it
Mm.
a sense of scale, like Jay said, and then maybe lower the angle a little bit, just so that we could see, you know, like I guess a more realistic angle of what a
Right.
mecha is. Other than that, I mean, amazing job. Like,
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
cool to me.
Like I'll be very open-minded whenever I say this. It does look really nice. I feel like just some small tweaks to make it like
Mhm.
straight up perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dope though.
Yeah, like I think it like from just looking at it, I can tell that like you have all the fundamentals, whether it be scribing, armor separation, panel lining, painting. I think yeah, my advice or critique would mainly just come with the composition, and I don't know. It's hard because UV reactive paint as well as LEDs is something that genuinely only looks good in person. It's
Mhm.
harder to get that effect on camera because if you ask me, the photo on the left, there's like barely any separation with the background. There's not a lot of depth, so you kind of lose a lot of what is like, especially that big sword on the left side. Like if I don't look at it for a long time, I wouldn't even know it's there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So uh, but again, this might look completely different when you see it in person because you're in person when you look at it, you're probably gonna get like your eyes are gonna go to the biggest light, which is probably the middle where you see the quanta. So this is a little bit harder for me to kind of offer. But from what I can make out, it seems pretty good. A lot of effort got put into the kit,
Uh,
which is funny because I feel like you will miss it a lot of times because this is gonna be in a dark room where you see the LEDs. So, but hey, props to you for that.
yeah,
But
amazing build. Amazing
yeah,
build.
very
Yeah, it looks cool.
interesting, unique build. But yeah, I think our main issues is just more of the composition. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly focused on like how you want your photography to look. The rest is like fine, really.
Because, like, I mean, okay, real quick, just a last note. I think the first one where I feel like may get confusing, it's since there's a lot of LEDs on the chest and then green, right, on the weapon. Uh, your eyes gets confused as to find where is the focal point of the
Mm-hmm.
photo. Like, oh, should I? So my eyes are getting attracted to multiple different things on the photo in a way, and that could get, like, whoa, what am I looking at? Kind of sort of effect,
It's like overwhelmed, right?
Yeah, but to me, at the same time, saying that, it's like I personally like it. It looks cool because I am not used to, like this type of treatment like on a gunpla. So yeah, I think it does give it a sense of that it is in space in a way. That's why I think it looks cool. But my eyes
Oh.
are going everywhere. But I guess it's up to you how you want to present.
It's a
Yo, we got a
very
guest.
Yeah,
We got a
we got a
guest.
Leon cameo in there.
camera from
Yo, what's up,
Leon.
Leon S. Kennedy? How is your recent
He's so
Titan?
big.
How,
Holy
how's your
shit.
I
recent
know he's
tyrant
so much
battle?
bigger.
Yeah, he was the size of your
Mm,
palm like a week ago.
Wow, look at him.
but
Just give him a hatchet.
I would,
Yeah.
dude, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it. Whatever.
It's like Resident Evil, Resident Evil, Resident Evil.
All right, moving on. All right, so we have our next build, which is from Alex SC888. It's the high grade Barbados first custom. This is my first ever custom. Is my first attempt at painting a kit, adding new scribing lines, specifically to the chest and shoulders, and adding plot plate details such as to the shins, ankles, arms, and chest. Truthfully, I don't know enough about Gunpla to say where this would fit in an IBO story, so I guess this is my build fighters kit, lol. Plot plate, scribing, painting, pen aligning, epoxy putty to hollow areas, and did not mention what it was, but in the photos you can see that it was in a build competition, so competitive build.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Okay,
I'm
first
not
of
gonna.
all, good job for like first customizing and then doing it for competitive.
Mhm.
That's
I
wild.
appreciate the plot. I appreciate the plot plating. It's like a very nice new detail. It looks like an upgrade to the barber tools. It's like a 2.5 form or something like that. But I will comment on the competition pose though. And I will be ruthless here. Saying, what the fuck are we thinking about this pose? What I don't know what's going on. Like he's like trying to aura farm, but he's also like stretching his legs. So nice custom. I feel the pose could do some work, and I also noticed that you chose bronze for the piping for the forearms, and also but gold for the arm joint. I feel like that just kind of like I don't know. It offsets it a little bit. I don't know why, but I don't think I like that too much personally. You guys see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I think
the
I get it though, honestly, to me. Because the piping would be a different material than the joints, right?
No, but like I feel like those two colors, like two warm colors, it kind of
Oh, I
clashes.
see, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I see.
But let's go back to the pose. I'll just critique the pose and that's it. Um, I feel like the if it's gonna have the mace on its shoulder, it should be standing up. Ju- And I'm gonna say this again for a lot of people who like using stands to pose. Just because it's on a stand doesn't mean you should do something crazy with the legs either. Sometimes a kit looks better whenever it's just standing straight up. I feel like that would be my recommendation for this specific pose. But if you want to utilize that leg for something more like something more dynamic, I feel like you should have your arms be doing like a swinging motion or a charging forward motion, something like that. I feel like the custom is clean, but I feel like the pose that you set it for the competition could use some work. But that's
My
me.
turn. Okay.
Yeah.
I really like the like colors that you got going on this Barbatos. It's like giving, what is it, classic Gundam feel to me. But let's see. As far as photography, I don't know, what you're working with and kind of the situation, what's going on. But I feel like with if I were to give some notes, I think cropping would be a big um what is it? Would be like my 2 cents. Basically the this is like iPhone proportion, I feel like. Oh, I guess, these guys are fine. I think the lighting is good, and yeah, I maybe just like posing and then um work with some different angles as well.
All
And
right.
then yeah,
Uh,
these guys, I would say for this, I like the angle that you're taking it from down below. I would love to see it from like the feet as well of the gunpla, and then also not cropping out sections of it. So like the hands, not cropping that out. I think that would do you some good. And then for the very right picture, since the hands is cropped out, I'm not sure what he's holding. He could be holding a weapon or something, but we can't see that. I would love to see the whole thing. But I do really like the Gundam itself. And then, good job for competing and putting your work out there.
Mm.
all right. So for painting, since this is a competition build, I guess uh, the first thing I'm a little bit confused about. You're good at scribing panel lines because I can see it, but you didn't
Mm.
fill them in, which kind of defeats the purpose of it,
Mhm.
right? So, I can tell, like for example, the waist, the side of the legs, and the top of the torso, for example. Maybe you did fill them in, but the panel lines aren't deep enough, or you cleaned it too harshly that you can't really see it. I can see a little bit of panel lines that weren't cleaned fully properly, like on the arm on the second photo to the right. Um, Also the shoulders. Think you need to thin out your paints a little bit. Because the issue with because I can tell that the white parts you didn't paint. When you paint other parts that's white, quote unquote, and it does not look the same, it sticks out. This is why painting white in general is very hard, especially if you're painting the original parts are different colors because it tends to bleed through really easily. So you need to like top coat or not top coat. You need to put primer and then paint it white, but you need to make sure that everything's consistent. And so like the shoulder, you can tell the two different shades of white between the top section and the bottom section, right?
Mm.
So that's another thing. A couple of I guess design choices I would talk about. Is the forearm like piece on the top like modified? Is that how it looks originally? It's not, right?
I think it's scribed.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I think
know.
it's scribed. Let me see.
I mean, you
Is it high
can.
grade?
It
Well, I
is a
mean,
no. It the triangle part. It's
like right
yeah.
above the copper cable, right in the like right above the hand,
Yeah.
that little piece.
Oh,
Yeah, that blue piece is new.
Okay, yeah. So what I mean by that is the rest of the kit has a very sharp and kind of flat aesthetic, and then you have a like a soap bar looking like piece, which kind of sticks out for me, if that makes sense.
Mm.
I wish you like sanded it flat so it matches the top of the piece. You know what I mean? The scribing is good, but it's the roundness of the top that kind of sticks out. So that's another
Mhm.
thing. And then last but not least, masking. I think you're not using a sharp enough blade when you're masking these parts, especially the
Mm,
knees. Uh,
mm,
there's a lot of gaps. Sometimes these gaps can be kind of avoided if you panel line, but you also didn't panel line. So you have really clean armor separation by doing really clean masking, which is very difficult to do. I fuck up all the time. But yeah, like that yellow piece on the gray really stands out on how it's kind of bleeding through the lines.
mm.
So I would watch out for that. A very easy way is put the masking tape on top. Use a toothpick to kind of like scribe over the panel line so it gets in there, and then cut it with a X-Acto knife. So that would help you. Make sure you use a sharp blade. I replace mine every build because it's very important.
And
So
top coat the paint, right, before panel lining?
yeah, top coat the paint before panel lining too. So and then top coat it again afterwards. So
Uh,
yeah, that's my advice, I would say. As you compete more, you would have to realize that you're gonna have to, even if you're gonna keep the white parts white, you're probably gonna have to paint it because you want the white to
Mm.
be uniform with everything else, which takes time and is annoying. But
That
again,
sucks.
it's build competition. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
annoying when you're like, oh god, I have to paint my white part white, but just to make it the right shade of white. So yeah, it's just annoying.
yeah. With
But
how much
mm,
detail there is, scribe detail, yeah, I wish it was panel line because that would
yeah,
pop off so much. Yeah, I
uh,
agree.
I
Looks
wish you
good though.
did that.
I do appreciate all the details that he put into this
For
build,
sure.
though. It's a very nice
It's
build. I feel
cool.
like it's
You have
something that we'll see
a
in the show.
very
Yeah.
ambitious first start, but that's very good.
Hey,
Uh,
but you can only go up from here. You can
yeah,
only
you can
go up from
only
here.
go from it.
Exactly.
Also, this kind of
Exactly.
goes back to Hobart's build. Also, your maze is so less detailed compared
Mhm.
to the kit.
Yeah, you can
Oh, the
you can tell
mace?
Yeah,
what he used what he built last.
you spend
I see, I see.
98% of your time on the build, and then you spend 2% on the maze, right? So
That's me, bro.
that will that will stick out. So that's another thing. But that's it. But great
That's
work.
me.
Great work.
Hey, good
Good
start, good
job.
start, good start.
Great
Hell
start.
yeah.
Can't wait to see you compete. And great, props to you for competing. You know what I mean? Like absolutely. Props to you.
Good job, Alex.
Hell yeah.
And next up, we have Son
Ooh,
for 0909, which is the Hainu
Sunyan,
Sunfurrow
Sunyan.
909.
Hainu Gundam simple recolor of the real grade.
Mm.
Info on your kit, they just said I don't like the blue. Techniques and skills
Uh,
used: zero tape on the funnels and followed fate while using spray cans for everything. I don't feel the need to paint the inner frame or the metal looking parts because they don't look too bad. And this is the casual build. I'm gonna make my point really quickly, and there's only one thing that um I mean, it's just a casual build. The painting is cool. I love the effects you did for it. What my biggest gripe? I have one gripe, bro. Turn off your monitor or pick a background. This
thank
drove
you,
me.
thank
This
you.
this
Oh my
drove
fucking
me
god,
insane
thank
because
you.
uh, when I see this photo, because Turn X is one of my favorite designs, if not my favorite design next to that site,
He's
right?
trying to be biased.
Yeah, the first thing I look at is the Turn X. I forget the Hainu, right?
Mhm.
Because you're like, oh, what's this cute background? But then on the first two photos, you have a
The
Steam
steam.
Workshop in the background, right? So like,
Okay,
it takes 2 seconds. Just turn off your monitor because it just gets messy. That's it.
okay, guys.
But painting is good.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna double down what Danny is saying as in a photography standpoint. And I used to do like desk monitor photography. You want to turn that monitor off because like one, your background can be uncanny to the photo. It could not match the Gundam as well. And two, since there's light in the monitor, it will reflect back into your picture, making the color not pop as much into your subject. And three, it's distracting as hell because what the fuck? Like I want to look at the model, but at the same time, like, there's a fucking Turn X and a Gion like making out in the back. So like you want to turn that off. It's very distracting, and I know it's cool to like have some personality, but I feel like with your Mimikyu and like all your other figurines should be enough for you to have that like personal touch.
Also,
Okay.
it's a blue kit on a blue
Yeah.
background. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's a
Like you can tell from the picture that it looks kind of weird. Like it's kind of off, but it's a minor fix. Okay. And I do appreciate this. I do appreciate Sunyan over here for sending a bunch of poses so I can critique. Um, so you are making a high new, all right? My favorite kit, by the way, so it's a little biased. Your pose, I'm gonna be kind of harsh right here. Your pose is very, very underwhelming for a kit that can do so much. I don't see a lot of utilization on the ab crunch where you can pull it out and you can crunch it in the most insane way. I feel like that would help the kit use a lot of like its core abilities, like the mechanism. And let's talk about that middle picture. Gang, what the fuck are they doing? Because like there's no direction. Each legs is like pointing a separate way. I don't know what the motion is. And the two arms kind of out here. I don't know what's going on. I feel like one arm can be out, like say the saber arm is like pulling back. The other arm should be right in the front so it can charge up, right? I feel like
Mm.
if you could fix a little bit, like a little tweak, it would probably look better. And another thing, angle works as well, especially for half of these picture. You can use that same pose, but if you change the angle a little bit, it would look a lot better in terms of like photo quality wise. Beautiful build though. I have to say that before bro like
I
charge
like
my house
I
with a
like this
VPN.
purple-ish blue
Uh-huh.
so much more than
Oh, I
the
see.
the
Yeah, it's
I
the
do.
it's like it's like the
The
Verka.
Verka blue is so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
better. This is like the I mean, you did it with a spray can, but the little like gradient, good job, it
yeah.
works.
It's nice. It's nice. I really want to do that actually.
These are these
I
are
might take
some good
advantage.
notes. These are some good notes before I post my
I do
high
I
noon.
do have to say though, that picture in the left, really nice. Really nice. I like what you did there with the floating effect. It's like it's a really good pose.
Mhm.
And that photo on the right, like I said, you can just change the angle. It'll look really nice. You can do a top down or a bottom up would be really nice. The picture in the go back. The picture in the middle, like I get that it's holding a bazooka, but like I don't know what it's
Grandma.
doing with it. Yeah.
That's a me photo. That's a photo I would
Yeah.
take.
Like okay, say it's holding a bazooka, right? For example, like say, okay, this is the pose right here. It's holding the bazooka, right? And this is like the angle you choose for it. Why not just take it from this angle like that? It'll look more scale related. It looks more
It's like
dynamic.
from
Yeah.
the views of the
Yeah,
bazooka
yeah,
going up the
exactly.
barrel. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Matt's grandma, by the way. Rest in
Shout out
peace.
Matt's shout out Matt's grandma.
Crazy callback. Crazy callback. But yeah, I feel like
Damn, that was a pull.
your custom is great. I feel like the photography and the poses could use some improvements. But that's my notes, personally.
I have nothing. I don't have a lot to say with this one. For me, the build looks great. We love the high new, of course. Who doesn't love the high new? Shout out high new. But I would say just I would go for a landscape dimension again for a kit this big. I'm going to post my high new at some point. I don't know when, and I will definitely pick, using landscape instead of portrait because you could show the big wingspan of the Hainu and then the large bazooka without cutting anything off. And I think that would be beneficial just to kind of give it the scale that and room to breathe as well for the photo, basically. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just landscape.
Yep. But my main critique: turn off the damn monitor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
The post I can stand behind, but that monitor gotta go, man.
Yeah, the pose looked great to me. I
The
was, dude,
wallpaper is cute. I
that's
want
like
it, but like not for this. Not for this. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm actually the recolor 10 out of 10. Fuck with it.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice. Good job. Good job.
All right,
Good job, Sunyin.
this video is getting long, we'll do one more, and this is following the Hainu. This is from Yeet.
hey,
Oh
Uh,
my god,
new
my
gun.
son Yeet.
This
My
is
son Yeet.
the new Gundam rebuild. He used the RG new. This was originally my first kit getting into Gunpla, and my original one actually broke on me. And I wanted to make a YouTube video on rebuilding it, applying what I learned building Gunpla, common scribing, and adding semi-gloss top coat and casual.
Okay. Can we see all the photos? Okay, thank you. I'll
Sick.
comment first. I'll comment first. I think that Yeet has a very good understanding of angles. I don't know where he gets it from, but I think that he does his angles really well. Um, the poses are very good as well. I feel like for Yeet, who I know has been doing Gundam posing for a while now, I feel like I would rather him be a little bit more adventurous on in his pose, only because I know I know his content very well. I look at it sometimes, you know. Uh, the picture on the top right per se, I don't know what it's doing. It looks like it's trying to stand up to like five bullies, you know, and it's not gonna win. For some reason, like that pose, I don't know what it is. Either the fin funnel is just like kind of big, or like the way that it's standing, it looks very vulnerable. It doesn't scream like power or dominance. I guess I feel like if he would exclude that post and never mentioned it, I feel like he would have a very good submission. This post too, I feel like I've uh did you do the charging one, the one with the shield?
I didn't. I didn't
Okay,
have space to add all of them.
that's fine. Okay, I was gonna critique this one, but it's fine. It's fine. It's not here, so I'm not gonna critique it. But overall, very clean shot. I really like the lighting. Okay, so a lot of people who wants to know a secret for like having good dynamic lighting is like show more shadows than you do highlights. And I think Yeet does a good job of that cuz like his highlights the point that matters. And I think it's a very nice like contrast to what it is. And besides, it's the new, like it works in like a lot of the lightings. Yeah, overall, pretty happy with his poses, angles, and lighting, photography wise. I think maybe that one standing pose and the fact that your tripod arm is kind of distracting me a little bit because I don't know why it's there.
No,
I haven't.
okay. That's I was gonna add to that, right? So that arm, I'm pretty sure his light is on it because you can see like a little thing sticking out,
Oh,
right?
right.
But
Yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
you should move it. It's very
Yeah,
distracting. You have
because
a very
yeah,
minimal setup and the
I
pop.
have that same arm too. Like, but my light is
Yeah,
on here. But like the fact that you see the phone holder, it kind
yeah,
of ruins it.
yeah.
Mm.
So I would move it somewhere that is like not
Not in
visible,
the
but
shot.
still
Yeah.
hold the same thing because the popcorn wall is already kind of enough. So and like I don't like because like especially on the second photo on the right, you're losing that right funnel to that arm. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because of
Okay,
the
going back to that high new post. That okay. Okay, go back. No, wait, go back to the new post. I'm
uh
just gonna critique what the high new post could probably done. That picture on the left is probably what you would want for like the bazooka pose.
Yeah,
You
I could
know,
see that.
uh
like you see the dominance in that. He looks
Yeah.
fucking humongous. He looks
Yeah.
very centered, very like main character esque. Like you would want that right
Yeah.
there. That's like a perfect example for that. But yeah, overall, very proud of my boy Yeet. Very proud of my boy Yeet.
Good job, Eat. Now it looks great. I would say just get your gunpla further away from the desk if you could. If not, this is perfectly fine. And then, yeah, of course, the angles works well. Everything is like showcased. Like there's a sense of depth and scale to the photos. I don't know. I ain't got really much to say
Very
about this
Asnable
one.
coded though.
It is very Asnable coded. Yeah, looks good. Dope.
in terms of build, I don't really know. There's not much. It's a casual build. I don't know. It seemed fine. You said you scribed. I can't really tell. I don't really see anything that says scribing, but it is what it
Maybe
is.
to deepen the
I
panel
mean,
line.
Maybe.
yeah, it could just be deep in the panel
Uh,
lines.
one thing though, I mean, if you can get to this point where you've learned all this, come on, we can't be using stickers, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, I
Time to
forgot
learn
about
how to do waterside decals. It's not that
that.
hard. if you need a, I could teach you it in 20 minutes. If you want to hop on a call, it's not that hard. Come on, boy. We gotta get
We
away
gotta
from the
step it the fuck
stickers.
up. Yeah.
And maybe this kit is fresh, but give it half a year when the stickers get dust around the corners and start peeling. It's gonna look
Mhm.
rough. So
Well, I appreciate how he makes his fin funnel look super straight though, because for the RG new, it's very hard for it to look like
Yeah, it's like
straight.
wobbly, right?
Yeah, it's wobbly.
The fin
You
maybe
know
funnel,
you
what
should
I
yeah.
did?
do.
I glued mine.
I would
Oh, that
I
makes
would
sense.
probably do the
I
same,
love
but
the use of the fin funnel, like,
yeah,
just in
there's
various ways, the spiral, the, like,
I don't know. Is this
the
is
different
this like
lines. It's sick.
a newsstand or is this like Wix from Mercury stand? I don't know what the stand is. I've never
It looks
seen
It's a
it.
like
third
Witch
part.
from
It's a third party
Mercury.
stand. It's a third party stand. You can get it on AliExpress.
I see.
Uh,
It looks like the one from, Ariel's Robot Spirits
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
You
yeah.
get
Close,
that kind of
close to that.
stand.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
good use of stands. I think just move that arm out the way. Like Jesus Christ, that thing's pissing me
Yeah,
off.
it looks uncanny.
But overall, good work. Good work.
Mhm.
All right, so that was it for the first ever VZ community episode where we went over a lot of the submissions and a lot of the bills that y'all showcased. We'll be back. We'll probably do this, once a month, once every few months, just to kind of go over all the builds. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys can take, you know, all the advice and critiques that we gave y'all and apply it to your future builds. Again, this is our personal opinion. You don't have to. We're just, if you're just getting three other insights that, you could maybe use that, take it or leave it. You know what I mean? Nothing personal. So hope you enjoy that. You guys
It's
want to
dope.
say anything?
Whoever I talk shit to, please do not come for me on my DMs, bro. It's my opinion, please. I know I'm harsh sometimes, but no, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed that a lot more than I thought I did. I feel like, yeah, it's so much fun. I feel like I would totally be harsher next time.
Damn. I feel like I learned a lot just going through these builds personally.
Mhm.
It looks great. Like all you guys did amazing job in your own ways and in your own journey. I think y'all should be proud of like what you guys have made and then, sticking with the hobby, going through fucking painting and panel lining and all that stuff. Like it takes time and yeah, all these look dope. There's some, that I really, really want, and then, yeah. Anyway,
Oh my god, he's back to that shit again.
All right, before
good
Ryan keeps
job,
begging
good job,
for y'all, but yeah,
good job,
great work,
everybody.
Yeah,
great
great
work,
work.
everyone.
Yeah, yeah. I really
Ryan's speech was
enjoyed.
good before he started begging, bro. Oh my god.
No, I learned a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, yeah, I hope you guys, take something from it. And like everybody said, it's just, our opinion. And then I think we just want y'all to do good. And I would take the same critique as well from anybody really. Um, it's a whole community, so it's sick seeing all these builds, and all y'all are creative, so keep it up.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
what Ryan said.
But that is it for this episode. If you want to join your Discord server and submit your builds as well, the link would be in the description below. So make sure you click that link and join our Discord server, become part of the VC Studio community. All of our socials will be in the description below as well. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye.
Peace.